Nobody came. 18-year-old Sophia Williams stared at her birthday cake, 3 lonely candles melting slowly in the empty cafe. Her wheelchair was positioned at the window table she'd specifically requested, hoping her father might actually show up this time. The orange sundress, the one he'd bought her last Christmas, felt heavier now, more like a costume than celebration clothes. Outside, rain hammered Brewster Avenue. Yellow cabs splashed through puddles, their headlights cutting through the gloom of what should have been a perfect September afternoon. Her phone buzzed. Emergency board meeting running late. So sorry honey, rain check? Dad. Rain check, on her 18th birthday. Sophia's throat tightened. Vincent Williams, CEO of Williams Tech Industries, had missed her last 4 birthdays. Always the same excuse, always the same empty promises. She closed her eyes, remembering when birthdays meant something different. Before the accident, 3 years ago, that changed everything. Before the wheelchair. Before her father started treating her like she was made of glass, or worse, invisible. Excuse me. Sophia looked up. A man in his early 30s stood nearby, holding the hand of a little girl with curly red hair. He wore a simple grey cardigan over a white shirt, and his daughter clutched a small pink toy. I'm sorry to bother you, the man continued, his voice gentle. But my daughter Lily noticed you're having a birthday party. We were wondering, could we maybe join you? Sophia blinked. What? The little girl, maybe 5 years old, stepped forward shyly. Are you having your birthday all alone? That's really sad. Lily, her father whispered, clearly embarrassed. I'm sorry, she's very direct. I'm Marcus Thompson, by the way. Sophia stared at them. Something about Marcus's eyes, kind, but carrying their own weight of sadness, made her pause. It's okay. I guess I am alone. Well, Marcus said, glancing at his daughter. We can't have that, can we, Lily? The little girl shook her head vigorously. Birthdays should have lots of people. Before Sophia could respond, Marcus was pulling up chairs. Mind if we sit? Lily loves birthday cake, and honestly, we could both use some company today too. As they settled in, Sophia noticed Marcus checking his watch nervously. There was something almost rehearsed about his kindness, but she was too grateful to question it. So, Marcus said, 18, huh? Big milestone. Yeah, I guess, Sophia's voice cracked slightly. My dad was supposed to be here, but, she gestured at her phone. Work? Marcus asked, understanding immediately. Always work. The words came out bitter. Vincent Williams doesn't have time for birthday parties. Marcus froze mid-reach for his coffee cup. Did you say Vincent Williams? Unfortunately, yes. You know him. Something flickered across Marcus's face, recognition, followed by what looked like guilt. I work in tech too. Small world. Lily had already grabbed a fork and was eyeing the cake. Can we sing happy birthday, please? Despite everything, Sophia smiled. You really don't have to. We want to, Marcus said quietly. Trust me. As they sang, Sophia found herself studying Marcus more carefully. He seemed familiar somehow, but she couldn't place where she might have seen him. His daughter was adorable, but there was something almost staged about this whole encounter. Make a wish, Lily whispered conspiratorially. Sophia closed her eyes. I wish my father cared enough to show up. She blew out the candles, and Lily clapped enthusiastically. What did you wish for? The little girl asked. Lily, you can't ask that, Marcus chided gently. Wishes don't come true if you tell them. Actually, Sophia said, surprising herself, I wished my dad would remember I exist. An uncomfortable silence fell over the table. Marcus's jaw tightened, and he looked like he was wrestling with something inside. Sophia, he said finally, his voice strained. There's something I need to tell you. Dad. Lily looked confused. Are we telling her now? Telling me what? Sophia's heart began to race. Marcus ran his hands through his hair. This isn't a coincidence. Us being here. I mean. He took a shaky breath. Your father, he sent me. The words hit Sophia like a physical blow. What? He hired me to spend time with you today. He said he couldn't make it, but he didn't want you to be alone. Marcus's voice was barely above a whisper. He pays me to be your friend. The cafe seemed to spin around Sophia. He pays you. I'm so sorry, Marcus continued quickly. I work for a companion service company. Usually it's elderly clients, but your father contacted us last month. He said his daughter needed social interaction, and he was too busy to provide it himself. Sophia felt like she was drowning. So this whole time, you've been pretending to care about me, for money. No, Marcus's voice was urgent. That's not, it started that way, yes, but Sophia, I swear to you, everything I've felt these past few weeks has been real. Past few weeks. The betrayal kept getting deeper. Marcus looked stricken. The coffee shop meetings, the park visits, all of it was, initially arranged by your father's assistant. Tears burned Sophia's eyes. Oh my God, even my friendship is outsourced. Sophia, please listen. She spun her wheelchair away from the table. Don't. Just, don't. But Marcus reached out, gently touching her arm. There's more you need to know. About why I took this job in the first place. I don't want to hear it. My wife, Marcus said quietly. She died in a car accident 2 years ago. Same type of spinal injury you have. She was in a wheelchair for the last 6 months of her life. Sophia stopped moving. When your father's assistant called, describing you, it felt like fate. Or maybe penance. Marcus's voice broke. I wasn't there for Jessica the way I should have been. I was so angry about what happened, so focused on my own grief, that I failed her when she needed me most. The rain outside seemed louder now. Being with you, Marcus continued, watching your strength, your humor despite everything, it's helped me understand what Jessica went through. And maybe it's helped me become the person I should have been for her. Lily tugged on Marcus's sleeve. Daddy, why are you crying? Sophia turned back around slowly. Marcus's eyes were red, but he was looking directly at her. The money stopped mattering after our first real conversation, he said. When you told me about wanting to study architecture, about designing accessible buildings, I realized I wasn't just doing a job anymore. I was spending time with someone who reminded me why life is worth fighting for. But my father still doesn't care, Sophia whispered. Marcus shook his head. That's where you're wrong. He pulled out his phone, scrolling through messages. He's been getting reports from me every week. Not about your medical condition, or anything clinical, about you. Your dreams. Your jokes. How proud you should make any parent. He showed her the screen. Message after message from Vincent Williams, asking detailed questions about Sophia's interests, her mood, her goals. He reads every single report, Marcus said. Multiple times. His assistant told me, he keeps them in a folder on his desk. Sophia stared at the messages, her world tilting again. He's terrified of you, Marcus added softly. Terrified that he'll say the wrong thing, that he'll make your life harder instead of better. So he hired someone he thought could do what he was too scared to do himself. The cafe door chimed, and Sophia looked up to see a familiar figure rushing in from the rain. Vincent Williams, still in his business suit, hair soaked, looking frantically around the restaurant. When his eyes found Sophia, the relief on his face was unmistakable. Sophia, he breathed, approaching the table uncertainly. I'm so sorry I'm late. Marcus stood up. Mr. Williams. Marcus. Vincent nodded, then looked at his daughter. Did he tell you about the arrangement? Yes. Sophia's voice was steady, but her hands shook slightly. Vincent's face crumpled. I'm sorry. I know it was wrong, but I didn't know how else to. I was so afraid of failing you again. Again. Vincent sat down slowly, looking older than his 45 years. The night of your accident. I was supposed to pick you up from Sarah's house, remember? But I had that conference call with Tokyo, and I asked your mom to go instead. Sophia's breath caught. She was driving in the rain, rushing because I made her late. Vincent's voice broke. If I had just picked you up myself, if I had put you first for once. Dad, Sophia whispered. Mom's accident wasn't your fault. Wasn't it? Vincent looked directly at his daughter, for the first time in months. And then, after you were hurt, I became so focused on finding the best doctors, the best treatments, that I forgot to just be your father. The silence stretched between them. I hired Marcus because I thought he could give you what I couldn't, Vincent continued. But watching you through his reports, seeing how amazing you are despite everything I've put you through, I realized I was wrong. You don't need someone else to care about you. You need your dad to stop being a coward. Sophia reached across the table, taking her father's hand. I just needed to know you still saw me, not as your broken daughter, but as me. Vincent squeezed her fingers. You're not broken, sweetheart. You're the strongest person I know. And I'm so proud to be your father. Marcus cleared his throat softly. We should probably go, Lily. No, Sophia said quickly. Stay. Please. She looked between Marcus and her father. This friendship might have started as a business arrangement, but it became real. For all of us. Vincent nodded. Marcus, I owe you more than money. You helped me see my daughter again. Lily, who had been quiet during the adult conversation, suddenly piped up. So can we finish the birthday cake now? It looks really good. Everyone laughed, the tension finally breaking. As they shared the cake, Sophia realized her birthday wish had come true after all. Just not the way she'd expected. Sometimes, the best gifts come disguised as something else entirely. And sometimes, the family you need includes the people who choose to stay, even when they could leave. Outside, the rain was finally stopping, and sunlight began to filter through the cafe windows, warming the faces around the table. It was, Sophia decided, the perfect 18th birthday after all.